Welcome back, friends, to my second video on my new YouTube channel, Mindful-ish. This is Laura Cassidy, mess of a human, licensed therapist, and certified yoga teacher. Today, follow me as I ride my bike down to the gym where I teach yoga and do some of my holistic therapy sessions where I incorporate yoga and therapy, and generally just come to this gym to de-stress, connect with my body, and let go of the real world for a bit. I love to start my yoga off by just settling into my body, settling into my breath. I think it's helpful to just slow down and really give yourself a moment to breathe. Sometimes I'll put my hands on my belly to really tune into that breath from the diaphragm. So really practicing observing the belly rising and falling with the breath. Opening up, expanding the heart. Just taking that moment to connect movement with breath. I think it's a good intro into yoga. Just simple movement, simple breathing. Allowing those shoulder blades to come together. I'll always tune into my body and kind of ask it, what does it need in this moment? Maybe a shoulder roll or a neck roll. I like to think of yoga as just a conversation with the body, where we practice listening to what it needs at any given moment. And really tuning into how you're breathing here. So inhaling through the nose as you rise, exhaling as your chin comes to the chest. Just a nice, simple flow with the breath. Coming into a gentle twist here. And as I look over that shoulder, I always love to even look as far over with my eyes as I can to stretch all those little tiny eye muscles. Really imagining the spine is almost like a washcloth that we're wringing out. Inhaling as we rise, exhale, twist. And really tuning into the alignment of the spine, lifting the head, imagining that string coming out of the top of our skull, just to keep us nice and elongated here. Reminding ourselves that we're showing up for our bodies and tuning into the present moment, observing the present moment without judgment. As I make my way into all fours or the quadruped position, I really take a moment to observe my alignment. So wrists in line with the shoulders, slight bend in the elbows here, knees in line with the hips. Lifting the head, dropping the belly for cow, and shifting the spine toward the sky, dropping the head for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Allowing that head and neck to drop. Creating flexibility in the spine. Allowing those shoulder blades to expand as we come into our cat. I love child's pose. It gives you a chance just to rest. Again, to slow down, to pause. Clasping my fingers, coming up into dolphin pose. And this would actually be the beginning of a headstand if I were to that point yet. Lifting that leg, opening that hip, creating length in the body, and lowering with control. I think it just feels so good for the body to expand and to take up space. We're always lowering the knees with control as we come back down into child's pose. Coming into our downward dog, lifting those hips toward the sky. Doesn't have to mean that the heels are on the mat. It's just about elongating the spine. Again, taking up space and remembering to breathe, always staying connected with that breath. I love any opportunity to pause, to find that stillness. Walking my hands toward my feet for our forward fold. And really allowing the head and neck to just dangle, to release here. We have the blocks to use as support. It's always helpful to use the supports that we have at hand. Slight bend in the knees in our forward fold. Allowing that tension to drain from the skull. Maybe even testing our ability without the blocks. I like to sometimes grasp my elbows, swaying from side to side. It helps with that release sometimes. Hinging at the hips, making our way up, expanding, waking up the body, inhaling as we rise, exhaling as we lower hands to heart. Again, simple movement, simple breath. Forward fold, monkey, again elongating through the top of the skull, keeping that spine nice and elongated. Coming into our plank or kneeling plank, we begin to lower down with control, hovering above the mat for our chaturanga, creating strength in the arms here. Bringing the head up for our cobra or our upward dog. Remembering to breathe here. And always coming back into that child's pose when we need, for just a brief little rest. Inhaling as we rise, exhaling as we come into our forward fold. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, forward fold as we begin to walk out into our plank pose. Oh, there's Pete, making his debut. Hi, Pete. Exhale, child's pose. Resting, arriving in the body. And you might find as you do a couple of these downward dogs, each time your body feels a little more able to fall into that pose. Inhale as we rise, exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, forward fold, making our way into our plank. Again, feeling the strength in the arms, observing how we feel in each pose. Expanding the heart in our upward dog. And shifting back onto the heels for our child's pose. Again, reconnecting with the breath. As you can see, I love forward folds. Again, it does help me release, let go of tension. Opening the heart here. Coming into our mountain pose. Observing the alignment of the spine, dropping the shoulders. Oh, someone's talking to me. Stop messing up my Zen, man. Leave me alone. Just kidding. Distractions happen. It's part of life. No telling what I'm saying there, but okay, back to it. Opening up the hip, using some balance here. Trying to get back into my zone. All right, reset when you need. Embrace the wobble, embrace the reset. That's part of the practice. Lifting that knee, opening the hip. Coming down into our standing pigeon. Breathing here and coming back into our warrior 3. And again, if you notice a lot of wobbles or needing to reset or bringing that toe down closer to the mat, allow yourself to do that. I think yoga should be fun and playful and give us room to try and to try and to try again. Opening that hip on that other side now. Breathing. Maybe finding a focal point somewhere in the room or outdoors to keep your focus. Coming into that seated pigeon. Inhale, release. Exhale, making our way into that warrior 3. Inhale, release. And lowering the foot, connecting with the breath here. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower, hands to heart. Always coming back to the breathing. Coming down into a squat, and we have that option to keep our elbows on our knees or to lower down to that full squat pose. Breathing into the hips here. Just observing that sensation of expansion. Maybe lowering down, dropping the head. But again, find what works for your body. Coming down onto the mat. into our seated forward fold. Exhale, begin to walk those hands toward the feet. Breathing into that lower back, paying special attention to not overextending, over pushing. Exhale, lower down. Using that exhale to deepen the stretch, deepen the pose. Inhale, rise. Oh, looks like maybe I'm talking to someone, getting a little distracted. Okay, let's grab those blocks. Or just set them off to the side. Coming into our wide leg forward fold now. Beginning to walk those hands gently forward. Remembering to breathe here. All right, I'm really getting distracted. That's part of it. All right, exhale, walking those hands forward a bit. Maybe using those blocks for some additional support here. We've got different levels to the block, so you can always play around and find what helps you just settle into that stretch a little deeper, keeping the body safe. Again, having that conversation with the body. What feels good versus when do we need to just allow ourselves to pull back a bit. Inhaling as we rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Tuning in with that posture here, always maintaining that elongation in the spine, neck, and head. All right, I did not get to film a cool down because Pete had a class, and that's fine because it's his gym. So here is a bonus clip of me attempting and not doing great at a headstand. All right, one thing I've learned throughout this process is that editing is hard. So give me some grace. I promise next time there will be a cool down. As I evolve and learn and make mistakes and accept myself wholly as I am in this moment without judgment. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you next time. Progress, not perfection. I'm including a guided meditation during our Shavasana, or restful portion of our yoga practice. Go ahead and find a comfortable position for your body, whether that's on your back or on your side in a fetal position, or maybe even on your belly. The goal here is to just find a position that allows your body to feel restful and at ease. If you're on your back, allow your feet to naturally fall open. Fingers naturally curl as your arms are at your sides. Begin to gently tune into your breathing. Just finding a nice, natural, effortless pace. Just a gentle inhale and exhale. Begin to shift your awareness to your body, sensations in the body, beginning with your toes, your feet, just observing sensation. Maybe getting the urge to flex the toes or stretch the ankles. Just becoming aware and in tune with the sensation in your feet. Slowly begin to shift your awareness to your ankles. Slowly flowing that awareness up the legs. Into the hips, the lower back. Using that gentle inhale and exhale to release tension, to allow the body to sink further into the earth, further into relaxation. Observing the belly, allowing that gentle exhale to soften the belly here. Just allowing the body to fully relax, to let go of tension and tightness. Observing sensation in your lower back. Becoming aware of sensation in your chest, your collarbone, shoulders and shoulder blades. Moving through your arms, down through the palms of the hands, the fingertips. Maybe even imagining that as you inhale, you're breathing in that fresh oxygen through the fingertips, through the palms of the hands, allowing it to flow through the body. And even observing sensation in the throat. Noticing any tightness or tension we're holding in our throats. Just releasing here. The back of the neck. The jaw. Maybe even opening and closing the mouth to release any tension in the jaw. And even the inside of the mouth. So observing sensation in the tongue, ensuring we're not pushing our tongue to the roof of our mouth. Just allowing the mouth and the lips to relax, to soften. Observing the cheeks, the eyes, softly allowing the eyes to close. Observing the forehead, intentionally allowing the whole face to settle in, to soften, to release. And even the scalp, imagining the scalp relaxing. And the whole body now, scanning through, observing sensation of the body in this present moment. maybe even saying to yourself internally, release. Imagining the body feeling heavy and grounded to the earth beneath you. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gradually waking the body up here. And as you rise, reminding yourself to hold on to the stillness, hold on to the softness as you make your way through the rest of your day.